Well, we're here to celebrate 25 years of business here at Beauty and Hair for Wigs.com. Let's talk about who we are, what we do, and then the future. So I'm Anthony. I help lead the data and tech team through the different data sources we have from Shopify, social, through email, Google Analytics. I've been with the company close to 3 years now, so I've only been a part for a fraction of the 25 years. But I am excited for the next phase of our business and experience that we'll deliver over to Wigs.com. I think for what we do every day is continue to elevate the e-commerce space. Everyone has high expectations with the luxuries of Amazon, so we're just trying to bring that to the alternative hair industry, and I think we do a great job leading our industry. And yeah, I'll be excited for the future.
Yeah, and I'm Colby. I'm a software engineer here at Wigs.com. I've been with the company for almost 6 years now, most of it remote, but I've been here in Dallas for a little over 1 year now.
Be kind of closing in on 2.
Yeah, coming up on 2 here soon. I work on a lot of internal tools and software, and also customer-facing tools like the returns portal, and yeah, a lot of invisible stuff.
I always thought it was kind of crazy that when you were like contracted and remote, that we never talked to you, we never saw you. It was all through chat, and you were able to do that for 4 years.
Yeah.
So I was always when I joined, because you had been probably close to 3 years at that time.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Colby? I was like, I just having to chat you
Yeah,
that whole time.
Everyone knew of my name, but yeah, there wasn't really too many video calls or anything.
Yeah.
I just kind of developed in the background and yeah, built a lot of stuff, but now we're a lot more productive.
And then we invited you out to Dallas.
Yeah.
And we were like, we don't know what he looks like. You always had this little picture.
Yeah.
So I always remember that picture.
Up.
Yeah, you couldn't blow it up or anything like that. So we were like, we don't know what he sounds like. We don't know what he looks like. And then, yeah, you came out here, and then the rest was history. You kind of fully onboarded with us, and now you're here in Dallas.
Yeah, it's been great. So.
And my name is John, and I've been with the company for 14 years as a web developer, and I've seen quite a lot of changes in both the way we operate and technology-wise. And it's been a long journey. I mean, I've loved every minute of it. I mean, I've seen so many people come and go, and they've all been very passionate. I've seen the company grow. I've seen Carlise and Jorg, our founders, go through ups and downs, and seen the company make it through all kinds of challenges. And there's still so much to do. There's still so much.
You've seen the good, bad, and the ugly, essentially.
Absolutely.
How was it before Shopify?
Tech-wise, we've gone through a lot of different what you would call technology stacks, or different types of software especially to host the website. Back then, we relied on hosting our own software on a platform called Magento, and even before that, we had different platforms before I even started. But things were mostly hands-on before we migrated to Shopify, which is what they now call more of a cloud environment, more of a managed cloud environment. But Shopify's made things a lot easier. Yeah, definitely.
You saw the era when we were like fulfilling orders by hand, technically, right? Over in Kansas City. I remember back orders. Like I think Jorg said, even like before even you, Colby, that we had to do those by hand, and it was just super cumbersome. And now, obviously, like you said, we evolved tech stacks and we're up to the times. So yeah, you've seen it all.
Yeah, over the years we've had to find solutions, like you said, for especially for like Kansas City, for problems like back orders. We've had to make our own solutions where we couldn't find them. We've gone through several, different providers, third parties who, sometimes made promises and those promises didn't materialize.
2 more weeks.
Yeah. Sometimes we would find something that matched perfectly, and then that company would then go under and disappear, and then we would have to find it again. I mean, that's just the nature of this industry, especially software. You can't rely on something being your magic bullet always, and sometimes you have to create it yourself, create your own solutions.
Yeah, I think that's what we share as a team. I mean, besides just us four, like this whole company, we're all like-minded. And at the end of the day, the best solution for customers is kind of what we're looking for, no matter if we're currently using it or not. And I think you've seen that over time, having us reiterate new things, either build it or buy it. But at the end of the day, we're looking for the best solution for the customer. And
Exactly.
I think that's what we all kind of share, us for, but throughout the company. And I think anyone that spends a little bit of time here can see that. And I think it starts from, Corliss and York. They're always customer focused. And that's kind of, the way we will continue to build in the future too.
Absolutely.
Our newest member.
Yeah, so I haven't been here very long. My name is Kat. I've been here 6 months as a web developer. I collaborate predominantly with the marketing team on design choices and features and issues, and I come up with solutions and to make the website look functional and pretty, essentially. But in the small time I've been here, I've learned a lot. Alternative hair is a little different, I feel, than like other things to like market and create things for, since it's such a vulnerable product. But I've really enjoyed working with the team and really learning how to make our customers' experience like way better, and incorporate things into the sites that will make their shopping experience more easy to find something that they could wear every day and make them feel better.
I think you've, because you've been here 6 months, but it feels like a long time now. But what do you think has jumped out like a memory to you, like early on, that you're like, oh, this is like, I'm reaching like real customers, or seeing their experience?
Yeah, I think especially now, like recently we incorporated like capsizing.
Yeah. I think you identified that was a pain point early on.
That was a pain point, yeah, because I'm a large capsize.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things that, like, through my own experience in alternative hair, I was like, man, like,
it's hard to find
this is gonna, like, our customers are definitely like not buying the right size, or not even. It's hard sometimes to just come to find something you really need that like has so many very specific attributes. So yeah, even in my time here, I have like I think through my own experiences learned how to better like incorporate that into my work, and the motivations I have behind like the features and the solutions, like you said, always benefiting the customer first.
Yep. Okay, and if someone's watching this and they have no idea what a software engineer is or a web developer, or my background is data analyst, how would we describe in like layman's term what we do? Like for me, I make better, because of my work, I try to have the company make better decisions based off of data. That's like the easiest way to say it. What about a software engineer? If someone had no idea what a software engineer was.
I think we just try to solve any type of problem, and the way we do that is by writing code.
I don't know what code is. What is that? What are you doing?
Right. So, yeah, the code part's kind of, I guess that's not too relevant to most people. That's just how it's done, like how it's built.
So, like, if you're a customer of ours and you've had to make a return, they get to go through a nice returns portal. Like 2 years ago, we didn't have this returns portal.
Right. Yeah, and so that was a problem that we initially had, where we wanted to build that great return experience, and there were no tools that existed already that solved all the problems and checked all the boxes on our list. And so we built our own, and that's what the customers see today.
Yeah. So you do a little bit, and just to have people have more perspective, you do a little bit that will impact them, but you also do a little bit that behind the scenes that they have no idea, but streamlines so we can actually get orders to them even faster.
Yeah, exactly. And those are the things that kind of helps the employees here and the team here. And so, yeah, it touches both the customers and the team. So, yeah.
John, I don't know what a web developer does. What are you working on?
Well, a web developer is somewhat like Colby, somewhat kind of like a software engineer. We write code, which is the instructions that tell the computer what to do. But the focus is on a website. So when you pull up a website, a web developer is the one who told the website what to look like, what colors to show, where the images go, where you click on, when what the behavior happens when you click on this, and so on. They're the ones that also put up all those annoying ads in front of you that you hate.
Which has been nice. Actually, I think we make a really good point we try to be as disruptive as possible.
Yeah.
If like anyone's on our website, they will notice that there's no pop-ups or anything like that.
Right.
We do that intentionally. We could technically do that if we wanted to, and we would have more call-outs, more visible things, like initiatives or campaigns, more visible to customers, but that would disrupt the customer experience. And I know I hate anytime I'm on a website and anytime a page loads, it's always a pop-up to sign up for their emails or get 10% off as a new customer. And those are like things like we intentionally kind of avoid, but kind of sprinkle in throughout the website experience as a different approach. And you too, you also do a little bit of things that will help the customer impact-wise,
Right.
but you also improve our efficiencies as a team and some back-end work as well.
Right. And just both Kat and I are web developers, but there's kind of a line. So some of us are more front end, which is like I mentioned, the what the customer or what people see when they know, mostly when they load up a website, the visual part, and then there's the back end, which is more, I guess if you want to call it, stuff that happens behind the scenes that, it's more like math and more stuff that just makes sure that things run correctly and just checks and make sure that, your browsing is secure, you can put in your credit card number, everything works safely, and, you pull up the right account and so on. So that's kind of what a web developer does. But yeah, Kat, I'll let you.
Yeah.
You can say it, but in your own words. It's
because
always interesting.
I predominantly work on the front end, so I predominantly work with making the websites look nice, and also since I collaborate with the marketing team a lot, I'm making sure that I'm doing justice to their work too. For example, like any imagery we take, making sure that's like showcased.
Yep.
Any other features, emails, so like anything that the customer receives, I make sure that if I'm involved, that their work is also present in that. But then I also work on features on the site too,
Yep.
that like the buttons people click on, so on. So I help like design those things as well to make sure that everything we're adding has a little like pizzazz to it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I mean, everything, obviously that we work on, bottom line is to be better today than we were yesterday. And it's weird how many of our worlds can blend together, but everyone has like their own kind of super strength or super power, if you will, versus like someone could be very strong on the back end versus the front end. So I think we do a good job balancing it all, because although you need a very beautiful website, if you can't have the proper back end to it to support it, it kind of means nothing. And the opposite, like we always focused on like a very performative website. I know, John, you've been sprinkling in the automated testing to make sure the website's always functioning. We've had a couple, it doesn't happen often, but we've had a few times where certain features of the website haven't been functioning, and now we're trying to be a little bit more proactive on that part so it doesn't impact customers. So yeah, our goal is to be delivering a better product today than yesterday. And I always say it like internally here, but like I'm excited to see what Wigs.com looks like a year from now. Because actually, we could look at like a Wayback Machine and see what it was a year ago. I've actually done that, and our website looked a little like even 10 years ago looked
Very
yeah.
different.
So yeah, it's actually really cool to see yeah, the iterations of how the website has evolved, and the back end, the behind the scenes. That's kind of like, I think our secret sauce is what we do behind the scenes that customers don't really see, but they see the impact through better fulfillment, better product page details, better content on the page. So it's kind of, it's like building a recipe and kind of tweaking the ingredients, and that's kind of what we're doing every day. What's something more, and we'll ask you, Kat, what's something more unique that you have worked on that has been impactful to like customers?
More unique on
Yeah, something that
Wigs?
like maybe, let's say something that you're kind of proud of, but like, I guess the cap is a good example, right?
Yeah. The cap size was something that was like a big pain point for us, and it was more like internally. We had a structure we had to like, we're confined to. So yeah, it was something that like there was a third party that we were able to utilize, but even then being able to bring that into like our apps is something that, you know, we're calling a little more steps to get there. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. And then some internal things, I've worked like on a discount app and stuff like that. Those are things that as I are new to learning, that I'm like new to having joined this company, just learning how to like do.
A big part that you've already helped out with is our Wigs.com app. And even Wig Outlet too, because we have that too. And you kind of said the hard part, and people don't know, like you have the website and you have the app, and sometimes things that are on the website, it's very difficult to achieve on the app. And you've done a great job in trying to almost replicate that, but like also make it its own unique experience. And you've kind of, I've told people this before, but like you've been having to kind of, the best example I can say is like, you're given a book and we're telling you to write the next chapter, and you haven't even read the book yet, so you kind of have to go backwards to read it. How have you kind of been balancing that while like working on special things on the app?
I'm just learning to do what I can. So even within certain limitations, like reach the limit on that. You know what I mean? So even if there's some barriers or anything, how can we use
There's been a couple times you hit a barrier and you got creative and you were able to think like outside the box is the best way to say it.
So that's kind of like my specialty, is seeing like everything in front of me and just seeing how, is there a path from point A to point B? And if there is, like, how do we do it? How much effort does it take? And then, like, even if it takes, like, a little bit of, like, elbow grease, I'm, like, willing to, like, fight my way into a solution, I believe. But I do enjoy problem solving. So for me, it's always, like, a fun challenge to see, like, what we can come up with.
John, I'll ask you something similar, and you've been here for a long time, so you can, whatever sticks out to you the most, like something unique that you had to do on your side. I guess problem solving is a good thing. That's like something all four of us are we lean into problem solving. What's something a problem you've had to solve over your time that had a kind of a lasting impact or impact on the customers, or even maybe back end for the team?
Well, an ongoing problem that we have that's always with us is, and it's more front end as far as the customer's experience, is the performance of the website, which you hit on. As we add more features and make more changes to the website, make larger images, and customers expect more from nicer websites, and just our culture in general. People just expect better experiences. We have to put more work into our website. Well, that means that every now and then the website becomes a little bloated. It takes a lot of work to make sure it performs correctly. That means that it loads fast. That means that the images you see on the screen load in a timely manner, whether you're on your desktop or whether you're on your mobile phone. whether you're, out in the woods somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi and the connection's bad, we still want to try to get you a good website, loading.
It's funny. I
Decently.
think a normal person would never be like, you say the word like cumulative layout shift, and no one knows what that, like a normal person wouldn't know that, but like
Right.
we're constantly thinking about those things and we have to make sure that the website is performative at all times, especially if you said we're always adding to the website, so we have to make sure it's streamlined as much as possible.
Exactly, and because we're always updating it, we have to make sure that these updates and these changes fall in line with good performance, and that it all works correctly across all these devices. So it's kind of a constant, kind of a cat and mouse game. But the best part is that it keeps us constantly engaged, and this helps us with our, I guess not just our rankings, but the faster our website loads, the better experience, and the more people come to it, and that translates to more growth, more people having a better experience.
Yeah. Colby, I'm going to ask you something similar. Something unique, but I guess this one's a buzzword, but AI. Are we all losing our jobs? Is that what's going to happen?
No. We'll still need developers, at least for a while.
Yes, job security. But you've been working on Lacey. That's in our industry. That's definitely something groundbreaking. As far as like, there's not like one of our competitors or a wig salon that has anything in the works as of that.
Yeah.
So how has that been?
Yeah, it's definitely a unique one. It's one of the newest products that I've been working on here. It just launched recently, but it's still in early stages, and so it's always improving, and will be more.
Just for people that don't know, what we call her Lacey, and her name is Lacey. But
Yeah.
what is Lacey right now?
So it is an AI customer care representative.
Yeah.
And so when clients call in to Wigs.com, the first point of contact is Lacey. And the goal is to be able to make it so that our human client care representatives over there are able to have more time to spend with customers on issues that are maybe more in depth, and to have Lacey, the AI, handle the small things like maybe order cancellations.
The common occurrence that maybe if someone needed an assistant, an AI assistant essentially can handle. Yeah. So we're not. The goal is not to replace
we're
the
not
human
replacing.
part.
Yeah, exactly. It's just to almost assist our team here, and just help with general questions, and in the future maybe recommend different colors for customers.
Yeah.
Wig colors or styles, or people that don't know at all about the industry, answering their questions.
Where do you think, like in a few, like I guess in like 10 years, where Lacey would be?
Man, that's a long time, especially for AI and this industry. It's going to be like completely different. It's not even going to be close to what it is now.
What do you think the next evolution for Lacey is then right now? So.
We want to be able to have Lacey place orders for customers.
Yeah, so if they're on the phone, they're like, I just need a replacement. Like, can you help me with that?
Yeah, replacements. Anything that's like transactional and that doesn't require the human touch. And then, of course, if customers want to talk to a human, they still can. They just ask for a transfer or a representative, and then it transfers over. And so, so we're not getting rid of them, but to reiterate.
Like what you said, like our goal, like if someone were to call in, I would love for them to have instant help, like immediately, 24/7. Right now, like with our current, like where we are as a business, it's hard and difficult to have like 24/7 human support, but AI is a great supplement to kind of still give them the element of that personal touch with great knowledge behind Lacey that can actually perform functions on our back end. So like, so if someone wanted to cancel an item, change the address to my order that hasn't shipped yet, they have access to that at all times.
Yeah, that's how that project started. That's a big part of it. People would call in after hours when our team isn't here, and they would have to call back kind of during business hours. But now they'll have help for most inquiries all the time on the weekend after hours, and that's a big part of it.
Cool. And then as far as like where you think like as far as like customer experience goes and AI, besides like being able to take orders, I guess we've had internal discussions like eventually be on the website, potentially email, and right now it's only phone. So what do you think that impact will have over time? Like when it's in other areas, maybe on the app, Lacey will have the ability to like give you style recommendations while you're shopping, things like that.
Yeah, no, that'll be a huge impact. Like you said, right now it's only voice, but we want to be able to help customers wherever they are. So whether they're on the website and want to chat, send a quick message to get help, or through the app, like you said, and emails, get their emails responded to almost instantly, no matter what time of day it is. Really just trying to improve the entire customer experience through support with that project.
Yeah, and I call you like our pioneer because like sometimes you have to venture off into like the unknown and see what's possible. What with the whole AI side, how have you had to evolve as far as your own like technology like that you already know versus like having to adopt new versions or new processes that, especially with AI, since it's so I think early stages of this.
Yeah, it's so early, all of it, for not even just our industry, but for all the industries. And so it took a lot of trial and error. Since it hasn't really been done before, there's other industries doing it now, but they're like almost in line with us, like working on it at the same time. And so, yeah, just a lot of trial and error. And the most important part of it is making sure that it integrates with our knowledge base, since we have a unique product and unique store entirely. And so making sure it can answer all of those questions accurately. And yeah.
All right. John, what do you think in the next 25 years? Where do you think we'll go? What are you excited about? I think you're the best person to ask this.
Honestly, AI was the big
Yeah.
well, is a big deal. It really is, because it's going to transform, I mean, all aspects of it's gonna transform a lot of things, but in our business especially, it's gonna transform on the customer end, how customers get support, how they shop, how the website is created, all of our processes from shipping to data to analytics to making decisions, customer support, everything's going to be touched by AI. Even imagery, you know, we can just make new images on the fly, or text or anything. Everything is up for grabs, and we're just now seeing all the potential. And there's upsides and there's kind of downsides. I mean, that's kind of every technological change. But I think it's going to be a lot of interesting changes overall, just in general to society. But to our business, you know, we've always kept like our business on the pulse of like the customer, knowing the customer, and making sure we have like Colby said, a human touch, right?
Yeah.
Because there needs to be one. because at the end of the day, you know, you have to kind of treat this with like compassion.
Yeah.
You know, there's that element. There will always be a need for like, you know, someone to reach out, and yeah, that's it.
Kat, next 25 years, how do you want the website to look?
I've been thinking about this, especially since like working on technology we already have. For example, True Color, we added like a new carousel to kind of highlight stuff like that. So my mind is, I was like, maybe we can finally nail virtual try-on, stuff like that.
Oh,
really
yes,
enhancing
yes.
technologies currently, but really making them shine for like our customers.
Yeah.
Not just putting something out there that like is semi-bad, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
really giving them something. Hopefully maybe the technology gets a little better, or
Yeah.
we somehow, you know, intervene and
Virtual color try-on would be a big one, and
Yes.
obviously there's some things like that available now, but based off our opinion, it's not
Yeah.
well polished for customer-facing
Exactly.
experiences, and it may cause more interruption than good. So I mean, we always talk about it like what we want to deliver is benefits to the customer. So if we don't see that benefiting the customer, we'll just like axe it and just get rid of it. But yeah, no. As far as like Wigs.com goes, the three words that come to mind for me is just customer focus. I mean, that's two words right there, but exceptional. Like that's kind of the product that we're looking for, is to deliver an exceptional website, exceptional customer experience, pre-checkout, post-checkout, everything like that. I think for me, I think the next phase as far as the customer experience part goes, and we speak about it internally, is enhancing the post-purchase experience, the hand-holding, how did the product get delivered. So I'm excited for everything we have in the pipeline. I know every day is busy for us. This team, each one of us is kind of a small army. We do quite a bit of everything. So I'm excited to see not only from year to day, but 25 years. I can't imagine the product we have for customers that are going through either a medical experience or their own choice to go into the alternative hair. We just want to make sure we're the best to do it, and that's kind of our goal. But yeah, thank you guys for breaking down your guys' thoughts, what we do, and maybe give a little bit of light to see into the future of Wigs.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.